Hey folks, hacking this and that, back again with another video. But before I get into it, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been following along on the YouTube channel. Love the questions, love the feedback. It really helps sort of keep me motivated to want to do more of these, but also drive some questions my way to give me some content to work through, not only just my own journey, but also helping you through your journey. So, thank you so much for your feedback. I really do appreciate it. The other thing I want to briefly touch on is let's do this. Let's timestamp right now, Monday, August 8th at 2037 UTC. So for me, that's 4:37 in the afternoon. And ironically, here we are, and the blockchain has halted. What does this mean? Because trust me, as a moderator on Discord, I get a lot of panic feedback, we'll call it, in Discord about the state of the network, and it's crashing and burning and all these blockchain halts and so on. And what really is that? Basically, the blockchain is just a giant ledger. It's a write once, read many, and all of the HNT transactions get recorded on that. How does that impact the network? Surprisingly, not at all. If I quickly jump into console here, and I will activate this sensor, boom, there it is. Network's working. Shocking, right? While all of the hotspot owners, I do, empathize with the situation. I own a lot of them. So blockchain halts are yucky. They, stop proof of coverage and so on and so forth. But the reality of the network is broken is so wrong. The network is doing exactly what we are building it for, and that is to support sensor devices like this and passing data. So even during a blockchain halt, the network still works because it does what it's designed to do, and that is pass data. All right, rant over. I promise. I wanted to actually cover one of my favorite tools. So there's a fellow by the name or the alias of, name Paul, alias Disc91. He's on Discord. He runs a console service. He's developed some tools and products, and this is one of those built in conjunction with the guys at Seed Studio. This is the Wio Terminal. It is essentially the Wio developer tool, which is this front half, screen, buttons, 5-way joystick, great little tool. The guts of this bit on the back is what Paul helped design and Seed eventually put into, I won't call mass production because they are hard to get a hold of sometimes. But this is a LoRa concentrator component that allows this device to talk to the Helium network. And what does it do? It is a fabulous tool if you are a hotspot deployer and you are trying to evaluate coverage in certain areas based on real world antenna out in the wild results. Another device out there is the Glamos, a little rich for my personal preference, so I ended up going with this route. Not to mention the fact that it's a buy the parts, and I mean like the modules, bolt them together, load the software, so it's a little DIY hacky, which is right up my alley. I'm still trying to get my hands on a battery back module because it makes it a little more portable. You don't have to have this USB cable, which if you do end up getting one of these, just a portable battery pack is a nice alternative. Stuff that in one pocket, walk around with this in your hand. What does it do? In the configuration, you can define a number of parameters, but most importantly is the spread factor and the dBm that you can assign to this, trying to simulate a sensor in the wild. once you have that set, and currently I'm just running SF09, I'm in a basement office. I have no windows um, and no hotspot in the house technically because it's way up on the roof. So when I'm going out to do sensor installs, I want to know what kind of coverage am I going to find there. So I actually have one coming up tomorrow that I will do a drive-by tonight and do a lap around the building and the parking lot and do some tests. What I will get, and let me switch to my not training console, um, is the ability to send a packet. And you'll notice I have multi-buy enabled on here. So there was 4 hotspots that heard that packet. It gets an acknowledgement back, and the acknowledgement will send me information like trying to get this in view for you guys, signal strength, RSSI, SNR. Um, it will tell me the number of hotspots. Now, there's a trick. You see that download or downlink queued? That is the downlink that will be sent down to the device with information like number of hotspots. Sorry, give me a second. Wow, that's going to make for great video content. I am sure 619 is going to meme the heck out of that. Anyway, what Paul has done is there's an uplink from console to his server that will then take that information and send back a packet to this device in a subsequent downlink to tell me how many hotspots there were. So I need to do one more, and I will receive that downlink, and it now tells me that I had 4 hotspots hear my beacon. It'll also give me distance. Because of the residential area I'm in, I have a bunch of hotspots that are around me. My transmit scale actually sucks, completely irrelevant to my ability to earn because I have a high vantage point, and my rewards usually are 2 to 3 times better than anybody else around me. So that is the Wio terminal. If you are going to get into doing sensors, I highly recommend getting one of these. It is a fabulous tool for doing field analysis of where you're going to put your sensors. That way you can make the decision. Do I have sufficient coverage, or do I have to do something like add a hotspot on premise as my primary point of contact? So that is what I wanted to cover with you guys. Where do you get them? Well, that's a little tricky. They were done very small, short runs originally with Paul's designs. Earlier this year, Seed did another large run production. So you can find them at places like Mouser, DigiKey, Seed's own website. Robot Shop, I think, even has them. You may not find both pieces at one location. You may have to buy the Wio at one and the LoRa expander at another, but you can get them. Probably jump on Seed's Discord and follow any announcements for future production runs or opportunities to buy them direct. Yeah, that's all I wanted to cover. Again, thank you everybody for your feedback. Do greatly appreciate it. I'm hoping these are just as fruitful and informative. That you're learning stuff, and that's sort of why I wanted to do this. And lastly, reach out to me on Discord, hacking this and that. Happy to answer any questions. If you want to, jump in chat and talk about your project, any ideas, questions that you might have, feel free. I do usually have, some version of Discord open all the time, so I'm not hard to find. And other than that, good luck with your project, and I will catch you later.